welcome back to the series Plan with Fran. Of course, I'm the Fairy God Planner, and today I have beside me the man himself, the go-to DJ, Mr. Simpson. Welcome to the series Plan with Fran.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Feeling a little bit, I have turned down plenty of these sessions and plenty lives. So this is my first video coming out outside of a session. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So thank you first of all. So respect my G always. So it's because of me or is the idea is different?
Listen, we're going to let this one smooth. After we finish this, I should not have person saying, sir, because of Fran, why I'm do it? No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. But you know you're my G, my true G.
For real, in this life and beyond. So, first of all, Kofie, can we talk about your business? Like, a lot of people will see me tag you, but what is your business?
Okay, so DJ Kofie 876 is an entertainment business. We're all into partying and having a good time. That is our primary function. That's what we are known for. That's what we build on. Mm-hmm. And as business grow, you add stuff to it. Right. So not only that we provide DJ services, but we do additional effects. Yeah. So we do like sparklers, we do dancing on the cloud. We have one of the best dancing on the cloud. The fluffiest. Yeah, we puff.
Yes.
Yeah, like real puff.
Yes.
If we were into smoking,
it would be high.
It would say it's a chalice.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Yes. I agree. It's one of the fluffiest.
Yeah. So we do sparklers, we do clouds, we do uplighting. There's no event without a little uplight. We also recently started doing the 360 booth, and we have some other stuff coming on board.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So, how did we meet, Kofie?
How did we meet? That takes us back to October 5th, 2019. Mm-hmm. We met at a wedding. I must speak about this.
Yes.
Me did eat you bad. When I met you,
you want to rub me right out.
I could not stand you. Like me, I say, yo, what you do? So I met Francine at a wedding. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the bride and groom. I know they are doctors. Mm-hmm. But I met you at that wedding. Mm-hmm. It was at Laughing Water, to be exact. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to put me in a corner.
And why did I want to put you in the corner, though, Kofie? Let us be honest about it.
So, me never like her because she wanted to put me in a corner. Like, as a DJ, I don't know about other DJs, but I don't like to be placed in a corner, isolated from
the
dance floor.
And I have since received it, but Kofie, let's be honest.
The floor plan did not accommodate
your
being elsewhere. Yes.
Okay.
And I had to then get out of my diva mentality on the day, because whenever a DJ asks to not be in a corner, automatically he becomes a diva. I wasn't a diva. I just wanted the best space to do what I can do. But on that day, given the floor plan, it was not accommodated. It could not have been accommodated.
And how did you receive my response when I told you that you're not going where you wanted to go?
Boy, I did have to just take it, I had to take it. Like, when she told me initially, I was like, damn, I don't want to be in no corner. But then when I look on the holistic view of the wedding,
that's
like
the word.
I have to chip out of that mood and then be like, all right, cool. Based on what I see here, based on the number of table and chairs that are here, I really could not go where I wanted to go. Okay. So I then have to just settle to be in that corner.
Okay.
And I must add, that was a very, it was one of my breakout weddings, to be honest.
Like, yes, it was.
After that wedding, the price went up. So
I absolutely
even though
agree.
I did not want to be where they placed me, I make it work
We made it work.
in the name of the client.
That is absolutely correct. So, Mr. Simpson, since then it was 2019, we're now in 2023. So, we never passed maths, but is what, 5 years? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
We've been working together for 4 years.
Yeah.
What's it like working for Jamaica Wedding Concierge?
Working with JWC.
Me talk about the team first, and
Yeah,
then we'll
man.
talk about Fran.
Yeah, man. So the team is good. The team knows the leader, and the team operate very professional. The team is very dedicated. Like, I can expect a call 2 weeks or a week before the event.
Oh, yes.
You know, Kofie, do you remember that we have, no matter how close we are, like we are bridging, but the thing don't stop. It don't stop at, oh, Kofie will be here on time. No. It is, the system is there. Very professional, very dedicated team. When you talk about attention to detail, like, not because, you know, we're good like that, but in real life, you put effort in what you do and you pay
That is
attention.
true.
And even though I can't stand you sometimes because you're always on me like white on rice, I have to respect that. Like, me love that boy. Like, a genuine love,
Thank
like,
you.
you know, despite anything. I'm a G, some of the time, you know, Kofie, ensure, that is fine. It is understanding that we're on the same page and we want to get the
And
job
there's no
done.
room for error, even though we've been doing it all day, every day. Like, there's no room
We never
for
take
error.
it for granted. Like, excellence is what we're heading for. That's what we
Yep.
want in all
Yeah.
cases. So I love working with you guys.
So that's
your back
JWC.
Room, the
Hold
back
on.
room is good. So the back room is good. When you talk about you working with you on the day,
Yeah, that is where the real tea is.
that's where you cross the T's and you dot the I's and you ensure that, you know, you play the right song at the right time. And there's no slacking off. There's no slacking off. Simple.
Yeah, man, because the whip.
The master is there. Yeah. So I actually enjoy working with you.
Really?
Yeah,
Even
legit.
though the pressure, like, I
The
feel
pressure
like,
is good. And let me tell you this. If you are doing something and you feel no sort of pressure, probably you don't understand what is at stake.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because we know what is at stake, it is not a one-off thing where, sure, they can get to do it next year, they can get to do it next week. Every wedding is one time. You get one
One shot. And you have to kill every single bird on that line.
Yeah, so I understand that.
So when you hear me on the radio, and we're all on walkie-talkie radio, by
Channel
the way.
4.
Channel 4. Every event, we're on Channel 4, and you hear me on the radio. You ever feel like, say, yo, you know, so I'm going to stop work with a girl here because she's just doing too much?
All right, if I ever feel like I want to stop working it because of how you sound on the radio.
No, man, because, of course, like, I'm always on the ball. So, like, I'm
No.
always radioing you guys,
No.
and I'm always on your nerves.
So listen, this is what I know. With every business, if you don't take that approach, workers will take it for granted. So I understand that. That, listen me, the minute she changed from this persona, the quality will fall. So I understand it.
Okay.
I'm for it, actually.
Okay.
Just at some time, the tone, Jesus Christ, the tone can be a little bit more subtle. But outside of that, and we're working on that, right?
Yes, we're working on that one.
Outside of
We're
the
working
tone,
on that one.
some people have to have somebody to keep them in line.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I can be a little easier on you guys, but I feel like if I start to get easy, then
Person will just drop their guard.
yeah, man,
True.
all day, every day, militancy.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
We have to treat every wedding like it's our last one.
And we're only as good as the last one, right?
Yeah, so we don't need to drop
absolutely
that.
believe that.
Just the tone.
All right. All right, Kofie, I'm working on the tone. So my next question is, because of course you are probably at 8 out of 10 of my weddings, right? How would you describe your DJ style?
My DJ style is, I'm versatile. I'm interactive.
We soon talk about the interactive part.
I'm versatile, I'm interactive. I try to keep the energy up. And I do believe I'm very flexible. That's my style. Like, I try to accommodate the client.
Yeah. And that is one thing that I can always say about you. Flexibility is something that is always there, and I appreciate that more than anything, one. And two, you always aim to exceed the client's expectation, and that is why I will always say to our clients, well, it depends on what you're looking for, but I highly recommend this one vendor because I know I can guarantee the delivery at the end of the day. So thank you very much. That is appreciated. Please do not change the formula, right? So now we kind of circling back around to the how we met. How much space do you need, Kofie, realistically, and why?
All right. So realistically, I need about 16 by 6 space. That's it.
Can this camera zoom in on my face right now?
No, in real life, that's what we need. So I need space for
You
the
know that's
setup.
you know that's almost a dance floor. You know that, right?
So, in fact, I am supposed to be right across from the dance floor. So if I am the length of one side, that's perfect. Think about it. You see that nice? That makes sense. So if I'm exactly
Again,
the
can
size,
this camera zoom in on my face, please? Because I'm not furry.
no, in real life, I just need a little bit of space to walk around from my setup to the
for the
dance floor.
interactiveness.
Yeah, it makes only sense.
I understand that, Kofie, but 16? Not even 12?
All right.
Not even 15? Not even, no, 12. 12 would be like a sweet spot. 16?
I mean, we make 12 work before. We can make 12 work, but ideally,
You want your 16.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, of course, you come with your elaborate setup, which I appreciate, by the way. And sometimes I do not say to you, I want a full black setup and I want a white setup, but you're always prepared, right? So, walk me through what your process looks like packing to come to one of my weddings.
Packing. If we're going to like a Patu Castle and Negril, we want to pack from overnight because we want to just get up and move. Packing can take anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours to ensure that we have everything in place, especially if we're doing all elements. Like if we're doing audio, we're doing dancing on the cloud, we're doing sparklers, we're doing the 360. And some of the times also, why our dancing on the cloud is so puffy, we like the ice. We like when the dry ice is fresh. So if I'm coming to Mobe, we pack in the morning while the guys are packing. I will head out to go and get the dry ice. So the ice is, I get maximum ice from $1. So the ice is not melted because I don't buy it from overnight and those little stuff. Because if you buy it from overnight and then the dance won't happen until probably 5 the next day in the evening, it will be melted.
I see. So how do you manage that though? Because I usually put you down for a 1 p.m. side time, but you're always at the venue before 1 o'clock.
What does the colonel put in the chicken?
Okay, Kofie is what, 21 herbs and spices, I think?
Do you know the
We
herbs?
don't know, but we okay.
Move right along.
All right, next question. Next question, my G. All right. So, of course, in order to have the experience that we've been giving to our clients, and that is one thing I can say, like the consistency with the experience delivery is second to none. In order for the clients to get the experience, of course, they have to pay for it because it costs what it costs, right? And of course, as I say, yesterday's price is not today's price. But I want to know, and I get this question sometimes in my Zoom meetings, why should I hire a professional DJ and not maybe like Uncle Bobby, who is like learning how to DJ? Like, why I can't save some money and hire somebody cheaper and make like a friend do it?
So I've always seen this question about why I am a professional DJ. And my number one reason is that a professional DJ knows what is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
They know their reputation is at hand. That's for one. When Uncle Bob come on DJ, Uncle Bob don't have a care in the world. That's his only job probably for the year.
That's true.
If I come and I deal with the wedding in that fashion, the bride might go on and tell other people that, listen me, this guy don't really care about his job, you know.
The
Him
worst
drop the ball.
DJ ever.
Yeah. There is
0
no
to
drop
10 do not recommend.
And most business right now, most business are referral driven.
That is true.
Get me? So Uncle Bob don't have a page. Uncle Bob is not on Wedding Wire. Uncle Bob is probably not on Instagram. He has nothing to lose. This is all we do. So we put our everything in it. So that is the number one reason why you should always go for a professional DJ. And not only that, during weddings, anything can happen.
Yup.
You have to have plan A, plan B, and sometime a C and a D. Now, Uncle Bob probably just have one laptop, one controller. If those go down for any particular reason, Uncle Bob probably don't have a backup.
And him don't have the connection them either.
And him don't have the connection them. Uncle Bob sometimes is not prepared.
Just talking about the connections giving me PTSD right now because it happened at a wedding. They had their friend come and the gentleman did not come with any of the connections. Now remember, I'm the planner. So I'm not a technical person, but I control everything. So he's going to ask me for, is what, XLR card? XLR card?
You learn, yeah.
Yeah, man. I will never forget the man is going to ask me if I have an XLR card. I'm not a DJ. I've never been around a turntable except for when
Uncle Bob didn't come with an XLR card.
Uncle Bob did not come with the XLR card.
Yeah, so the experience, that's another thing. And you see, when it comes on to reading an audience,
which you somehow know how to do really well, by the way.
And I'm grateful for that. That's like a blessing. Like that is one of my biggest blessings when they come on to reading an audience. I might not like to read your what's your thing called? The timeline. I might not like to read the timeline.
You mean my 7-page timeline?
7-page timeline, but I like to read the room. Legit. Like I enjoy being like, all right, cool. You know? So and that comes with experience. When you have a well-oiled machine that operates every day, every week, it keeps going. You know? Some things just become a part of you. So that is another reason why you should hire a professional DJ. We are well-oiled machines.
So Kofie, you know that there are professional club DJs and professional party DJs. Because, like, big up Jody, we did have Stone Love at your wedding one time. So, like, why not hire Stone Love for a wedding? Like, why not hire, like, a party DJ? Because they're professionals.
So, Stone Love is one of the greatest sound systems out of Jamaica. Big up Father Weepo and the whole Stone Love crew. But we're not going to just talk about Stone Love. We're just going to talk about those who specialize in weddings and those who play at other events. So to me, wedding DJs are different than your regular DJs. Again, a wedding DJ understand what is at stake. Remember, you know, we understand that. All right, to tell you something, and it's not just wedding DJs, but when you talk about private function DJs, we understand it. Wedding DJs, we understand it. That, listen me, if it is 10 people we're working with today, that is what we have to work with, and we have to make the best of it. When you think, so I've done events with the street DJs, the club DJs, and very good DJ, you know, somebody I really admire, and he would, at one point, he looked at me and he said, Kofie, is this it? Are we expecting more people? What is happening here? And I had to say to him that, yes, bro, this is it. You have to work with them
So it
with
never
this.
mattered to him anymore.
No, it never mattered to him because he's not accustomed to playing for
small
16 and a half people. You understand?
Where you get the half?
Don't worry about the half, man. He doesn't understand how to play for that small number of persons. So the wedding DJ understand that. Listen me. Is the bride, our two sister, our mother and our father, and the same thing from the groom side. And this is what we're working with today. We understand the assignment.
I agree.
And also the timing at a wedding is not 6 hours. So the build up to it can't be too long. So there's a science to it also. But I can't tell you too much about the science, you know. I don't want to tell you too much about the science. But there's a science to it. There's a science to it. All I will say is that the build up.
Yes.
You have the first 10 minutes to let the guests understand what you're about. If you don't capture them in that 10 minutes, you can lose them for the next 2 hours.
And I feel like I understand the sense, you know, but I can't put it on paper because tell me why Kofie does the party start at cocktail hour when you're at my weddings. Why? I mean, like, first of all, I'm not talking about, you know, like the 2 little songs that are trending. I mean, like people on the dance floor doing the most at cocktail hour.
The Colonel, but I'll give you a little. Don't worry about it. I'll give you a little.
All right, so once it's a Colonel, I'll leave it be.
No, man, I can give you a little. So, the bride and groom, they will send you a playlist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, the control list.
So, you want to pick some songs outside of the playlist to see what the audience is about. So, you test them during cocktail. So, you have to test them and be like, all right, the bride did not say Afrobeat. Let me see if the audience will like a little Afrobeat. And you play a little Afrobeat.
You realize that they reacted well to it. Gotcha.
You play a little hip-hop, something that they did not ask for. And you test them out. And also, this is when you also sell yourself that I am a DJ. You sell yourself that I am the professional here and we are going to have fun tonight. So you just have to let them understand what is to come. So you use cocktail hour for that.
So, of course, there is 2 sides to preparing for the wedding. So, of course, there's physically packing the bus and you're going through the checklist to make sure that you have the XLR cords and you have the machines and the sparklers and whatever. But how do you, the go-to DJ, mentally prepare for each wedding?
So, the night before wedding, no sex. That's one thing.
You serious?
Serious. I don't have sex.
Kofie, hold on.
So that's a part of the preparation.
Hold on. No.
And homegirls know this. The night before wedding, no sex. So that's one
Kofie,
thing. Yeah.
You serious?
I'm serious. No sex.
So every weekend when I have you on the road, you starve your wife?
Exactly. She's a part of the team. She has to take one for the team. So outside of that, before that day though, so in most cases, if the client books me directly, I'm going to know their social media handle. I'm going to make, on my iPhone, in notes, I have the client name, their social handle, and I will check that social handle whenever something is posted on the story. I want to see what the client is vibing to. What is her vibe?
I see.
You want to also look on the playlist that she sends. You go through that. You want to ask, all right, you're from America, but Florida, America is a little different than New York.
And Atlanta.
And Atlanta. You get me? So you want to ensure that you prep based on the region. You know, you have songs that are just big everywhere. But you want to make checks. And I have 2 good friends. But before I tell you about those friends, if it is a genre, if they want something that I am not accustomed to, I am going to find a DJ who is strong.
So you do the research, you put in the work.
Put in the research. And ask. I'm not afraid to ask in a DJ, hey bro, what is it like playing for the Assyrian audience? You get me? And I have two very good friends. One is called YouTube, one is called Spotify. I also consult those guys to ensure that, you know.
The University of YouTube.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's a part of the prepping.
So I realized that you said that if they book you directly, that you have their social handles and stuff like that. But my question is, what do you ideally need from your client before you get on a Zoom meeting? Because, of course, you have to have that official meeting, you know, to go through when you finalize with them. Like, what do you ideally need from a client in order to be able to consistently deliver the experience that you've been delivering?
So ideally, the primary thing that we need is the information sheet that is sent to the client. We can...
How soon do you want that sheet, though? Because, you know, there are songs that change every time. And I can tell you sometimes my wedding day timeline is ready. But the songs, oh, Fran, we heard this song. Fran, can you give me until weekend? Can you give me until next week? And it's usually the songs. So ideally, how soon do you need that sheet?
Can you not record this part? Can I just tell you in your ears? Because in truth and in fact, you know, if I get the sheet a week prior to meeting the client, I am good. If I have one wedding that week and I get it at the beginning of the week, I am good. Because I also know that the client has many people to deal with.
Yep.
And you have to cut the client some slack.
Yep.
You cannot pressure.
And especially the destination ones who literally have to get themselves together to come.
And anxiety
physically
killing them.
Yep.
Yeah, so I am very much flexible with my destination clients because I know they have Fran timeline working with. They have Fran homework.
Not you attacking my timeline of a homework.
Photographer.
Capture list.
Capture list.
They hair and makeup inspiration document that they must do.
Everybody. So it is very much pressuring, especially to our brides. Most of the time the grooms are just chilling.
Chill.
Yeah. So especially the bride who wants everything to be perfect, I am very understanding. And if you give me a week, I am good to go. And then during the conversation, so about 2 weeks to be about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because if you give me this week, then I can schedule the meeting leading up after that. So the longer you take to give me the sheet is the longer it will take to schedule the meeting. Because it wouldn't make sense to meet without the sheet.
Gotcha.
So the sooner you give me the sheet, the sooner we meet.
So, Mr. Cameraman, so brides, so you see when I'm telling you to hurry up and do the sheet and give me the details so I can send out the timeline so your vendors have the information to prep. The man just said it. So it ain't me alone. Yes, I ideally want you to get it out of the way, but kind of need the details to prep. So another question, Kofie, is of course, all right, Kofie is the vibe, Kofie is the go-to DJ. Kofie is the reason why the transportation companies and I are not in good standing right now, because Kofie has these people on the dance floor, child, and nobody wants to go on the first bus, right? So Kofie is worth the spend because you are guaranteed an entire life at the party. So why can't they cut a corner and pay or just ask Uncle Bob again to be the MC? Why do they need a professional MC?
The same reason why they need a professional DJ. It's the same principle. A professional MC will know that, hey, listen to me, based on the timeline, we need to speed it up. Based on what the client wants.
And this is the experience that they want.
And the experience that they want. Listen to me, they need to get on the dance floor so they have a minimum of an hour and a half, 2 hour non-stop party. So I cannot make this wedding about myself. This is not a stand-up comedy for me. It is not MC central. It is about the client and what the client wants. And when somebody keep on doing that over a period of time, they know what is expected of them. If there are changes on wedding day, anything can happen.
And there will be changes.
How well will the unprofessional adapt to it? You have a lot of persons, whenever they are met with adversity, they punk out.
The frustration,
they get frustrated.
Anxiety.
Yes. You want
nerves.
somebody who is accustomed to that based on the nature of the job. So, again,
just make Uncle Bob sit down at a table
and experience the wedding as a guest.
I agree. So, of course, I saw. So, I think the first wedding, I kind of realized that you are different on like a whole stratosphere different. I think it was Tiga's wedding when I think it was Ding Dong song. Listen, you had those people on the table because I think the intro of the song said, "Come make we go off like bomb."
No, make we go off like. Yeah.
Like, how do you, Kofie, like conceptualize these things in your head? Because the next thing I know, I was there minding my business when I realized that you said, "Come make we go up on the table."
It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe and creating memories. Like, I legit want every wedding that I do to be remembered by the client and their guests. Listen to me. When somebody take their hard-earned cash in this day and age, 2023, and book
house money for them wedding,
and book DJ Kofie 876, I feel like I know that I should deliver. I want to give them an experience that only Kofie can give them. So and that's just me naturally. At work, that's just me. Outside of work, I'm a different being. I'm quite chill. I'm quite relaxed. But at work,
so it's when the lights come on that something is activated upstairs.
Yes, something happened. I honestly, I can't explain, but it just happens.
So I need to call like the research center and have them do like a research on you or something.
You know that you was doing a research on me when I was quite young. I'm not sure what they're researching for again, but I remember. For true. But for real, like, and then I love it. I literally love doing weddings. Like, when I do a wedding and it goes according to plan, or even
that was going to be my next question. You know, what do you enjoy most about weddings?
I just love when people get crazy. I just enjoy seeing people having a good time. Like, that will have me high for a number of days. Like, I'll be happy, I'll be smiling. It's very selfish.
I don't think you were higher than me though at Alden's wedding when the poor bus driver had to come out of the bus, and like we had to say, like you had to say, for the people who are sitting, we're volunteering that you go on the bus and nobody moved, and everybody on the dance floor was like, "Bye bye,
deuces."
I'm like, I was high for days after because just nobody wanted to leave.
And that is what we want for all our bride and groom. That's all we want. We just want them to have a good time.
So, Kofie, tell me something. So, of course, you have the couples who, again, they are planning to come out here and do the absolute most, right? Because, again, Alden's group, they did not leave the dance floor. Like, we ended the party like well past the end time, right? Because everybody was enjoying, nobody wanted to leave. So, but you have those couples too who, yes, they want to have an amazing wedding, but they don't necessarily want to come and party. Like, would you say that they are your ideal client, or is it that you are able to tailor your delivery to suit every client? Because remember, every client's wedding is different.
Experience. No two weddings
Are ever the same. That is true.
So I remember and then when you go through a number of weddings and within yourself you're like, I did not have this one lit since night to my standard. But tomorrow the bride texts you and tell you that they are the best DJ ever in the world. You just understand that people party differently.
So is it that you have the ability to read the client and also the group, so you know that, all right, I'm not going to take them on 100 tonight. They are absolutely good and satisfied and very happy with being on a 6 or a 5?
Different region party and different tempo.
That is true. That is true.
My people in the Caribbean, including Jamaica, my Trini posse, they like to jump, they like to wave, them a go dance, them a go bust a move, the energy pulsating. Now you have some other persons who, all right, for example, when you play compa, a good friend them from 80, their music, it is more, it's very close, it's very intimate. They can do that for long. You play one song for 10 hours and they're good with that. You cannot try that
with a
Jamaican group. Different music asks for different energy level.
And you're still able
to give them what they want. So it's not about you. It's not about what you like, or I'm a Jamaican DJ, so I know, the Jamaican is always fast. No, not every audience likes it fast. No. Some group, you have to slow it down and just give them what they want. I've learned this based on experience. I did not started doing wedding knowing this. I had to figure this out while I go along.
And that's the experience.
That's the experience.
So, Kofie, what are 5 things that a couple can do pre-wedding that will enhance your delivery? Because remember, I have them from the initial booking, and usually we do that introductory email, and then you get the wedding date timeline, you get the song sheet, and you guys meet. Is there any 5 things that they can do prior to you guys meeting, so when you finally receive them, they are ready for you, and it's not like a dry, you trying to break an ice, stuff like that? What can they do to enhance or make your job easy to deliver?
So the very first thing they need to do is to be honest with me, tell me exactly what they want, and they can do that by completing the information sheet to the best of their knowledge. Because that's the ground, that's the foundation on which we move forward. Secondly, when you are telling your DJ the vibe you want, don't think about yourself only.
True.
Some of the time, the groom has no say. Some of the time, the groom is a bigger music lover, but because he is not the organizer, he is not the person that's giving the information, he has little or no say. So I always tell my brides that, I know I'm speaking with you, but are you speaking on behalf of your husband-to-be? The information that you have here, does it represent both of you? So I want that information. Understand that what you're telling me is not just about you. Imagine you're a bride who loves soul music, very soulful stuff, very easygoing, and on your information sheet, that's all you have on it. You're not telling me, you're not giving me the full story.
So can I just ask this question, just stick a pin right here? Because I've seen, because of course when I'm doing catering and they have to let us know what the guest selection is, usually they have a little column on there where they ask the guest which one song will get them on the dance floor. Do you recommend that all couples do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And bearing in mind, two, that when you recommend the songs, it is still up to the professional to decide what time to play it. And sometimes if it's even played.
Yes, because that's going to be my next question. But we're at number 3 on the list of 5.
On the list? All right. So you must hire a professional MC. You must.
Can you look into your camera?
You must.
That's your camera right there. Can you look into your camera?
A professional MC is a must, because what you see I post on my Instagram page, on my social media page, that is when the sex is climaxed. You actually see the end result or closer to when it's being climaxed. Now, the build-up is equally or even more important, because once you have the audience feeding from your palm, you can do anything. But the MC must understand what you're about, what tonight is about.
And the MC also needs to have the same ability to read the group.
Read the group. It cannot be an MC who is on his phone 24/7. You know, it's a job. It's a job. Like, bro, let's get it going. Bro, let's let the energy of the room be lit during introduction. Let's do it. Like, we have to be on the same page, because at the end of the day, if everyone is asleep during dinner, then it's harder for me and you to have a good time during the after party. So the professional MC understand that. And it don't mean that you have to be up there telling a bag of story, and no, you don't have to be doing all of that. But just understand that you look. For example, the tone in which a MC speak is very, very important. Imagine an MC is introducing a group and he's like, well, people, we bring to you Francine Foster. Please put your hands together for Francine and her husband.
Lukewarm.
That's not going to work, like, from the get-go. He tells the audience what the night is about. So please get a professional MC. Fourth on the list. I'm begging you, please. In Jamaican Creole, may I beg you do. Please do not turn the dance floor into a photo shoot. Do not.
Oh, God.
Do not turn the dance floor into a photo shoot. When you do that, you are signaling to the guests that you should take a picture and leave. And also, on that same breath, going back to the professional DJ and professional MC, as a professional wedding DJ, I know that certain songs cannot be played while the bride is out to change her outfit. You have to hold it down good enough until she gets back, and then we continue with the show. So the experience has taught me that what to do while the bride is away. And finally, just enjoy the moment. Like, don't
let the day flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Don't try to make everything into a post object. Don't do everything because you want to look cool. Just enjoy the day. Give yourself enough time to enjoy the day. Settle all the differences that you need to do. Everything. If you intend to tip your vendors, prepare your envelopes, put it away. If you have persons that need talk to, you can come down during the dinner and you can say hi to a couple people, take a couple pictures with them so that everybody feels included, because the truth is they have invested in your wedding also.
That is true.
They spend a lot of money coming from far, traveling to Jamaica, and they want a picture with the king and queen.
So do you recommend, because there is a trend on TikTok right now?
Table pictures, yeah, man.
Yes, table pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So it's a part of it. We want memories, you know. I want to record some of them also.
And the memories are all they'll have, because once I tell production to come and pull down that tent,
that's it.
That is it.
I've seen brides crying.
Yes!
I've seen at the end of the night.
Listen, that one.
That was at the Palms. I don't remember the bride.
Sydney, let me tell you something, girl child, you unraveled me. Because like she cried when we did the room reveal, and her room was really beautiful, by the way. All of those roses, like you could smell the fresh flowers. But I think when you started to wind down now, and she realized that the wedding was about to end. Listen, she started crying. So of course, I'm always there to catch tears and all of that. Poor me, unbeknownst to me, that like the reality had started to set in for her already, that this is really the end. And I mean, like, proper crying, you know, man.
In Jamaican term, cow bawling.
She was unconsolably, you know, man.
She was crying. She was not having it. Like, she could not believe that.
And I think the venue was ready to kick us out too, because we went past the cutoff time.
Hats off to them because they gave us extra time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she
couldn't believe that, you know, it was coming to an end.
Yeah.
So, and then we had another bride who is my friend, Diane. She reached on the floor at the end like, girl just couldn't believe either that
listen, big up you, my forever shake your pampalang queen, Diane, big up you. Listen,
yo,
that was a vibe. That was a vibe.
She's fun.
So, Kofie, like, what, and in closing, because we're wrapping up now, what would you recommend that couples who are getting ready to come to Jamaica, well, not even get ready to come to Jamaica, first of all, they've gotten engaged and they have decided that they're doing a destination wedding and Jamaica is the destination. What would you recommend that they do, first of all?
First of all, there is no other destination more than Jamaica. There is no place in the world.
JTB, cut us a check, please.
There is no place in the world like Jamaica. Brand Jamaica is the place.
That is true.
It doesn't matter what anybody else tried. Jamaica is the place. Now back to your question. What's the rest of it?
How do you, what is your advice to the engaged couples who are thinking about Jamaica? So yes, Jamaica. How do they go about securing the ideal vendors to bring their dream wedding to life?
It's an investment.
Mm-hmm.
And with any investment, you're going to need to put in some work.
I agree.
You need to find the vendors that match your energy.
Yeah.
Vendors that are in your budget level. So you just need to be very open.
I agree.
With the budget. And do their research.
Mm-hmm.
Do their research. Reach out to your priority vendors.
Mm-hmm. Especially them at the first part of planning, because for some people, their priority is not really decor, but they want a great photographer, a great DJ, and a great makeup artist.
Be true to yourself. Understand what is important to you. Mm-hmm. We understand that most people want to be trending. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you trend, that's fine. If you get, you know, but be true to yourself and understand that what you want. Mm-hmm. Understand what you can afford.
And somebody else's wedding that's on your page might not be for them.
Yeah.
Budget-wise, the
audience-wise.
Audience-wise.
So just understand that your wedding is very unique.
Mm-hmm.
And get the people that you think matches your energy.
Because you don't want to hire people who are on a 10, but you and your group, like, you are chill 5 people.
Like, I'm not sure if I want to say this, but if you want background music, I am not the guy.
And I said this to prospective clients in the initial consultation.
Because I'm going to cost you.
And you're not going to get value for your money.
Yeah. It wouldn't make sense to do all of that if you want
somebody to just press a button and play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we have different people who like different things. Mm-hmm. Just be true to yourself. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can do it, but it's not my specialty to just sit and press a button.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No. So what would your takeaway be coming out of this podcast? Like, what do you think you need to see more couples do, or what do you think I need to be doing with the couples that are booking you but they have not met with you yet? Is there anything that I need to be doing?
As soon as they make that deposit, just transfer them over. Just make that introduction just as soon as possible. That's all. We cool.
That's all?
That's all. Just make the introduction so I can build and I can learn and I can stalk out their social media page sooner so I get an understanding of what they are for.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Anything else in closing?
Come to Jamaica.
Feel alright?
Be alright. Like, we are here and we are here to serve you the good sauce. And we look forward to the persons who will be booking. But more importantly, we want to say shout out to those who have been working with us before. We had a vibe. Like, we didn't have much content, but they entrust us with their day. I want to say a special shout out to those persons who have been there and booked us when when we were coming up. Yeah, those are the real MVPs.
That is true.
Because they aided us to build what we're doing.
To hone our skills.
Yeah, so again, talk to people and get a feel of what they are about. So they match your energy.
I agree. So, Mr. Simpson, thank you for having joined me on the coach. Again, it's been 4 years. And we look forward to many more experiences, many more clients who will allow us to continue to deliver on another level, because of course we don't want to stay on the same level forever. So here's to us doing greater things to come.
Greater things to come.
Salud.